how did you get stuck with me today? Let's see your signature. Whoa. It's disgusting. I can't believe she's making me drink all of it. Sorry.
Come on, you gonna beat Alessi?
I hope.
Well, my name is Carlos. I'm Davey Millsap mechanic. We're in Hentown, California for the first National Outdoor.
On the stand, you know where you're gonna go?
Trying on the inside.
I'm gonna go on the inside.
Like, maybe like
No, go by the box.
by the box.
Inside of the box, yeah. On the inside of the box. Promise it.
Okay. Sometimes smooth, sometimes out of control, sometimes fast, sometimes slow, sometimes aggressive, sometimes not. It varies.
I've been working for him since he was 12 years old. He was riding 80s, and we've been together since that. I mean, he's a good kid. I like him. He definitely likes to be a clown.
Everybody just put words in my head. Are you having fun yet? You having fun yet? I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna relax. Put my feet up. Get dressed and go out there and ride to my ability. Got that.
Think about this. You train in this weather, you know? So this guy is hardly training that weather, so you got him covered. So come on, let's do it.
Whenever you start in the front like that, good things are always going to happen. I think it even made it better because it was the first moto of the year for the outdoors, and now I proved to everyone else that I can go out there and smoke them.
Like third or fourth lap, I was going in a corner, and my thumb went like that. Jammed my thumb. I got 18. I'm gonna do better this one than I did the first one. I know that. There's no way I'm gonna let myself get freaking 17th again. I'm gonna ride hard.
Ready for a win? It's all you. It's at 12 right now, right?
You know, if you don't believe you can do it, you know, it's like, why even go to the line if you're not going there believing that you have a shot at winning?
You know, it was the last lap, the last corner, and he did what it took to win.
Oh, they went down. They both went down. That was incredible.
I don't have anything really to say. You know, he rode a really good race. He was 10 seconds, like someone said, 10 seconds down the last lap. He caught that much time up on me. I mean, I don't know where he came from. I swear, I thought I had it. I never looked back, and I just heard the crowd going crazy. In the last section before the finish, I saw him just come right into me, and his bike came into me and took me out. And it was just one of those, get up and get to the finish line 10 feet from where I'm laying. First one there wins. It was like the whole race came all the way down to 10 feet. actually said that I went across the sensor and it registered, but technically it can't be allowed because you have to actually, the bike has to go across the finish line. But if I had known that, like I pushed it across the sensor and I'm like thinking, I got 8th or somewhere around there I was. And Jay from the AMA comes running up and says, you gotta push it across, you gotta get it across the flag. And I'm just like dying there on the ground, just like, no, more. It actually went against both of us because I lost a lot of points in that race, and then he lost a lot of points at High Point for not racing because of the crash. And you know, I mean, it was racing, and he did what it took to win. I'm definitely not going to do that to him. I'm not that kind of a rider. I'm not a dirty rider. I'm going to pass you clean, either outside or inside of you.
Why did he take me out? It's his fault because he did it. I didn't do anything wrong. I went to the outside. He gave me out.
You rode awesome. You learned so much today. You rode so good. You're awesome. You're a good rider, man. Proud of yourself.
Oh man, but you know, Langston rode a really good race, and I give him credit for his hard work that he did trying to catch me in that race, and he pulled it off.
Pressure's on. It's time. I feel it. It's time. I mean, I couldn't be more confident right now.
I like Millsy. He's a tough kid. He's a hammerhead, and he knows that only the strong survive in the outdoors. And he's been riding his ass off. So I'll be right back.
Feels like it's there, but it's not going all the way down. Or it's like blowing right through. You know what I'm saying?
How's that rear, Ryan?
I liked it better.
Better?
It almost was like it floated across a little bit.
Just basically make sure you get
Andrew's track tips gets fired up, but they're actually good tips.
Come up to the finish line, look you to stay on the inside. Go get him, Ryan.
That's all you gotta say. That's it. Hot. 2 T's. Hot. Like way too hot. Should be at the pool or something right now, like sleeping, laying down, napping, swimming, splashing. But I'm out here pinning it though. Oh, this year it's gonna be a little different. You know, I got this new start down here. It's just gonna be I just kind of want to get almost the straightest line to the first corner is gonna be the gate I'm kind of looking for. So
We're a little bit to the inside, but the inside, I mean, if you got to be somewhere shitty, the inside's where to be. We're gonna get pinched, but you just never know. Just got to get an elbow up on 2-stroke. What do you want, water or other? Water. It's long moto, bud. Stay f***ing solid on those first couple of laps. Stay up, stay solid, and just look for f***ing holes. There's going to be people going down, and like you said, in the qualifier, there'll be squirrels and all that kind of bullshit. Just keep your eyes open for holes and just f***ing take advantage. First few laps is when we're going to make all of our time. Come on strong and late at the end of the moto.
bikes everywhere, and I was dancing. You should have seen. Bubba ain't got nothing on my dance moves.
Playing Frogger in traffic.
Yeah, he was dancing.
Remember that video game Frogger?
Yeah, he was dancing.
That's what it was like, Frogger.
Just about became a hood ornament.
Came over the hill and just caught my foot and did no-footed knack off the left side, and I was fifth gear pinned and I had nowhere to go but off the bike, so I let go and landed on my butt and bounced down the hill and little car wheel and got up, and then I was trying to dodge bikes, and I'm glad I got off the track without getting cleaned out, but sore, knocked my noodle a little bit, lower back's a little sore, but go out this moto and hopefully see how everything works out. Start was good, it was either whole shot or last, because where I was lined up was a couple gates from the inside, and I went for it and came in, both feet off, dragging on the ground, just pinned, just bounced off some guys and came out good. So I hope I can do it again, because I got another shitty gate pick. Did you make it to the bottom, or did you land on the all the way to the bottom of the hill? I was down by a stop banner. Just get that here. Oh yeah. If you did that at Hangtown. Next week. Yeah, no shit.
Hey, go down there and see if there's anything way up to the inside. Almost time, Smokey. It's pretty much the same spot you started from in the last moto, bud, so you do it again, no problem. Yeah, and he worked those guys earlier this week, so he knows he wants to put it down.
I think I almost actually died that time.
Hanging on the fence. I saw some guy in the middle of the track over there. It's crazy.
Is that bad?
Josh Grant, third moto here at South Lake.
Just from the first moto, I was really dazed and a little messed up. Just from the first moto, it really messed me up. And I was riding pretty good in the beginning, and my back started giving out. I started hitting my chest off the bars, and I did everything I could just to stay on the bike. Soccer, football, man, pussies. That's all. I got shit on this. Once a soccer player, come out here and ride.
Tell me what you think about today, so you can take us out.
Man, one good thing about today, besides the crash and getting out of it healthy, at least I got points in the second moto, and hopefully I'm in the top 20 still. And it was a good weekend. I mean, even though I had bad luck, great weekend. I can't wait till next weekend. Man, I don't know where to start. Redbud was great. Came out in third and passed someone in the second corner, and was in second, and Ivan just fell over. Little bobbles like that can cost you big margins, and he fell over, and I was leading and just kind of run my own race. I had my teammate Michael Alessi, which is also another young kid that's pinned. He's riding so good. behind me and he was pushing me, and we just kind of inched away from the field. You know, we had about 12 or 15 seconds on everybody, and then he went down. So I rode all for myself that whole race. You know, that was the hardest part, was staying out front with, you know, having the defending East Coast champion breathing down your neck. I didn't even believe it at first. You know, I threw my hands up and I was yelling and I was so pumped. You know, my team manager, Larry, came over, gave me a hug. My mechanic came over, I jumped on him, gave him a hug. I was just so ecstatic. I mean, it was the greatest feeling in the world.
Looks to me like if you don't put a lot into that section, you don't get anything out of it. Tell them to use some of those BMX manual skills on the way out to keep that wheel on the ground. Since you can't do anything different timing-wise, then just do it better. Did you ever get a little flow going? I like these kids. I'm not sure if Richie's, like, you know, unleashed the beast yet. I think he's got more to give. Sipes is all ready to do that. He's already ringing himself out in heat races for a win when he's still got motos. I think that's a good quality to have. You know, I'd rather try to slow a guy down than speed him up. When you get into these corners, all that tight stuff in the trees, lay up a little bit so you can get your run on people. I want to teach them and have them make some of their own discoveries. All the discoveries you make on your own, you remember forever, and some of the stuff you get told, you got to get told 2 or 3 times. I was the same way.
Richie's pulling off the track. It's kind of hurt, I think.
So it feels like he can't breathe, but he says he's all right. Just changing some bars. It's motocross, you got to roll with it. Confidence can override your ability a lot of times. Because, you know, when you get mad and you finally just have nothing to lose, sometimes you exceed your talent with your attitude. Go out there and win this thing! Way better, huh? It's never ending. There's always a new challenge, because as soon as you get a good result, then it's like, okay, that's good. Now we need to get pushed for this result. A whole new set of rules to get to that next level.
All right, let's do it. Come on.
Oh well, went from 34th to, I think he was in 14th.
A little bit. That was awesome, bro. Woo! One little mistake cost me 6th. That would have been career. That would have been like the best I've ever done.
Each weekend you're going better.
Yeah. Feel good. Finally had a good charge in there, so it felt good.
I think I got 16. Not sure.
That's not so bad.
I accomplished 2 motos and in the top 20. It's good. It's a good start.
I encourage them to pay attention to who's got things dialed in. Then it's up to them. I wish I could be riding the bike for them sometimes, though.
We should go out there and have fun. Just be careful. Do the best you can.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, Sarah. You can do it. I know you can.
Dominate. Dominate. You're number 1. Okay? Remember who's got the number 1 on their bike, right?
I want to see that smile and face underneath that helmet go by me, okay?
People like always look at me so funny when I tell them that I race motorcycles.
Usually people just laugh when I tell them I ride motocross.
They're like, you? You race a motorcycle?
I do it every day, and my life pretty much revolves around it.
Yeah! Go, daughter, go! Who said 125 can't get a good start, huh? Who went down? Who did?
Hard to fight second. She's been starting first since Mammoth. She thought it was too slick for first, but second did not work.
I grew up with a bunch of guys, and my brother and his friends and all my friends were guys, so it was more fun being outside and playing baseball and surfing and stuff than like baking or something.
I was the girl that would play dress up and then go out and like take the hose and make my whole driveway muddy and then build tracks and play with little, bikes in the mud. I did both.
My grandma pulled me into this place because she begged me to get a pedicure. So I finally went and got one with her so she would leave me alone.
Jessica's a really strong rider. She can definitely handle the bike, and when I see her ride a 450, she can throw that around really good too. And she's been my biggest competition ever since I got onto 125. It's always been about beating Jessica.
Seems every year competition gets, harder. Every girl gets faster. I think I train harder. That's why I probably win more races.
Tara's my teammate. We get along pretty well, about as good as teammates can. We're really competitive. Her whole style's changed a lot since she's got onto the 4-stroke. Before she was a little more erratic, probably kind of like me, like I'm on the 125. Now she's on the 4-stroke. She's just really smooth everywhere. I don't know, she's a really good rider. Oh, I love racing against the guys way more than I like racing against the girls. So much more competitive, and you can be aggressive with them and hit them, hit you back, and after the moto, it's no big deal. And it's just so much fun seeing the looks on their faces and seeing their friends rag on them after the race because they got beat by a girl.
Of course, you still get those 1 or 2 guys that will just kill themselves to beat you, but I'm used to it now. It's no big deal. I'm ready for it.
Your pace was slow the first few laps. You made a lot of mistakes. It's like you were worried. You were trying to to see what everybody else was going to do. You know what I mean?
I know I did good, but
You did awesome. No room for improvement there.
no room.
Just don't fall. You're gonna start like that. You just gotta hold it.
I can win.
You can win it. There's no doubt in my mind you can win.
My father and I are really close. I think a lot closer than the average 21-year-old. I couldn't do this without him. He's a mechanic. That's what he does for a living, so I completely trust him with my bike, and it's just a really special bond that we have.
The start was good.
I could not believe it. If you wanted to see a smile, you needed to see
that smile.
I was like, no way.
Hey, that was cool.
Second place off the start on 125 is just as good as the whole shot.
Oh, yeah.
I needed to get the $100, but I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I really only race against the girls when I come to like the national level tracks. The WMA, the Women's Motocross Association, they have women's pro and amateur classes that travel to 5 of the men's pro nationals and give the women a chance to show that we can ride too.
I don't know. Right there, it's all packed down, but it's packed all the way from here up.
We get to feel like the pro riders. We get to ride exactly what they do. A lot of the credit goes to Mickey Keller. She's pushed it a lot. She's tried to help us get every opportunity we could get, and she's done an awesome job.
You ever get nervous out here?
Always nervous.
You nervous right now?
Yes, very much so. Hopefully today we get a win.
Yeah, she's just bummed about that first moto because she really thought she rode good, but out of every corner Jessica pulled away from her. Even though she went in, right behind her, she still pulled on her out of every corner. She feels helpless, but she knows anything can happen.
You ready to do this? You ready? Are you sure? All right, let's do it.
On the start right here on downhill.
Saw that.
She's back up there.
I saw Patterson go down, and right away it was me, but I'm like, yes, I've got this moto win.
No, man, they're holding on. They're all holding on.
We just kept going back and forth, back and forth. The last lap, Tara passed me going up the uphill. I'm like, oh no, just wish I had more power going up that thing. I'd passed her like twice going to the inside of one of the corners, really deep rut, and she's like, oh, I know Sarah will pass me if I don't take this line. Well, there's a lapper, and she ended up following the lapper through, and I just went right to the outside and got her back, and I don't know, I was just so happy to finally have a moto win.
How many times did you guys pass each other? Oh my God, it must have been 100.
You get me in the little tight corners?
Stinking lightweight bike.
Yeah, right. You know how much faster that thing is? Up the hills out there.
It's a team effort. She gets the moto, you get the overall. Yeah, take the overall. That was an awesome race. I mean, it could have gone either way right up to the end. I really thought Tara was going to win it. I mean, she's coming here to win, to do the best she can, but by the time we're eating dinner, I'm happy that she's in one piece, you know what I mean? That she's there eating dinner with everybody. That's the most important thing.
My heart's always pounding, and I'm always excited for her, and I want to see her do so well, but I can't. Then the other part of me is I don't want her to crash and get hurt, and then I'm wondering, well, man, maybe the bike's gonna break, and I forgot to tighten something up. So there's so many emotions involved, and but it's so much fun.
I'm definitely living my dream right now. I remember 4th grade writing a report of what I wanted to do when I grow up, and it was I wanted to be a professional motocross racer just like Guy Cooper. This is what I've always wanted to do. I've never pictured myself doing anything else, and it's just amazing to be able to travel to the races every single weekend and do what I love.
Fun and games this week, bud. You ready to have some fun this time? Feeling good? Good, I'm glad. take this, we'll get the ankle taken care of, man. We'll be rocking and rolling. And we'll be able to jump on them for Supercross. We'll be able to train. We'll go right away for Supercross. Go out to mats for a month. Bicycle like a crazy son of a bitch. Get your legs like tree trunks.
Josh Lichtel out of Michigan, one of the rookies out here.
That's what I'm talking about! Hey, honey! I said I wanted top 15 in practice. You see this? Let's see. Is he down here? Where's he at? Where's he at? Oh, where's he at? Hey, where's he at? Oh my God! So you want to kind of get out before the corners and then get into them. Get out and just rock them, man. Like you're on a GP overseas. Just by ear and launch, and you're launching in friggin' hills longer than anybody, and you're friggin' going boom all the way down on the bottom of them. If you can get, when you're launching them hills, scrub them son of bitches. Here I come, baby. We know who's the badass out here, right? Huh? Yeah. Do a bunch of bullshit. These guys are bullshit. You're the fastest. Fit bars feel good. Everything feels good. You feel good. You're winning this one. You ready for that shit? Huh? Yeah. Get that start inside. You're the man, right? Yeah, you have fun out there and all that. Decent start. Come on, boy! There's a fourth, that's fifth right now. Four. Where'd he go? Oh, this sucks. Oh, crap, okay. Come on, reel. There you go. Better look out, boy. Come on, run him off the track. Ran him off the track. Get him, boy, come on, get him! Oh, holy shit! Damn it! They're running? It's running. Damn it, stop! Oh, damn it! Gosh, what? Get it going! Get it! Could've won it! Could've f***ing won it! Come on, get them guys! Where the f*** did he go? Everything went good most of the day except until the crash. It hurts. I mean, you feel everything that happens to your son, you feel.
Finally got a good start and I was doing good. And then I was going down the hill where the horseshoe goes back up. And I came in too hot and I hit a few people and then everyone piled up on top of me. So it wasn't that good.
I believe in having a real life. And sometimes you pay the price for that. If you're having a real life, you're going out, you're dating, you're having fun, you ain't gonna be number one. It just ain't gonna happen.
There's a lot of people out there racing. There's only one winner. And when you win, it just motivates you to do it week in, week out.
when I was a kid, used to hang out at bike shops, or anybody that had a motorcycle, all they dreamt about is being around bikes and all the really good riders, and here I am many years later, you know, with the best rider in the world, I think. There's a lot of pressure. When you're winning all the time, you don't want anything to happen to that motorcycle. You got to make sure that it's 100% right every single time he gets on. It's a true sport, you know. I mean, it's one guy out there, it's not a team, and it's brutal. I mean, once you're hooked, it never stops. It's 52 weeks a year. I never get away from this stuff, but it's very, very gratifying. I spent about 12 hours on the engine, at least. And the other day, yeah, we spent about 20 hours on the chassis. So it's between traveling and doing practice and racing, it's all week long. We get about, what, one day off? Tomorrow we fly home, tomorrow will be a Monday. Tuesday it's at the shop from, I don't know, about 7:30 in the morning till way into the night. Wednesday hopefully will be a day off, but my day off is, like I say, working on bikes at home. Thursday we'll fly out and start working again. As soon as you get off the plane, you try to get to your hotel as quick as possible, and you're wrenching on bikes again. Like this Thursday night when we showed up, we worked till about midnight, and then you're out there first thing Friday morning till back late into the night again on Friday, and then Saturday's practice, Sunday's a race, and the whole cycle starts over again. Well, you gotta have a really understanding wife. Everybody's in this for one thing, to go win races.
We all do the same job. You know, we all work as hard on our machines as each other.
11:30, 12:30, whatever time it is, and you're thinking, should I do this? And then at the back of your mind, you go, yeah, we're going for a championship, so you're gonna do it.
There's no way to cut corners doing this job.
Maybe a lot of times we put important things second, and again, purely you give your rider and your team 100%.
Do it because you got a chance of winning.
So when you put in, you know, this 100% effort and you don't have the results, after a while, it gets tough to do your job.
Sometimes we may get our priorities all messed up, but that's racing, eh?
Come on, come on, come on! Woo! Let's go, baby! Come on! Yeah! Come on, Kevin, come on!
I love putting my face in it, because then I feel like I get a reward out of it. It's motocross, it's a dirty sport.
Good job. Come on, Kevin. Come on, Kevin. Come on, Kevin. Come on!
It's a pleasure working for him because he's not confused or hyper or a rock star or a jerk. He's a very nice guy. He has always pure control over that motorcycle. Maybe it's difficult to ride as fast as he can, you know, with all that talent. If he had maybe a little bit less talent, maybe he'd be more prone to hang it out or have to go faster. I want him to hang it out. I want him to take unnecessary risks because I want him to try as hard as he can, you know? But there's a line where you have to draw a line. I think Kevin needs more from himself than what he needs from me. But whatever he needs from me, he's got it. 100%.
Bravo, Kevin. Bravo.
I don't think any of us could just walk away from this and not do it anymore. We're all addicted.
It don't matter if you're a factory guy with a championship on the line or a privateer guy. I think everybody's got the same goals.
Jimmy, get away from my bike, Jimmy. Get away from my shit. Here, I'll do it. I'm just trying to help. I know, that's cool. You know what? That's cool. Keep going, actually, and I'll take your front wheel off. You're a bad dude, Jimmy. You're a bad dude.
Billy, you're the mechanic, so you're the guy that hands the bike to him and says, okay, you're good to go. You can win on this thing.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
just to take his mind off it for a minute. Whoa, look at the blondie down the end there, Reedy. Not to distract you, but little blondie's off. I think it helps, I don't know. Actually, no, you can't. Don't look at her, she'll distract you. Do not, whatever you do not look at her. Coming to mooch some Red Bulls if you guys can hook me up. I don't want to go that far into the tent. That's kind of stepping over the line. Oh, that ain't cool.
It's cool.
That's very cool. Come on, you guys. Thanks, though, anyway. Bastards. I sometimes feel like I'm too serious. So that's why I try and talk a lot of shit when I'm not being serious. I look at it as like almost like a big brother, little brother kind of setup. But for a mechanic, you're totally trying to look out for your guy, you know? If somebody else has an altercation on the track wherever you want to kick everybody's ass, you know, to protect your rider, you're always kind of, you know, trying to keep an eye on them, trying to help them along. If there's any lessons to be learned, trying to help them do it the easy way or whatever. So that's kind of the way I look at it. And then when you see him do good, that's a huge reward for you.
He's a really intense guy, and he's racing for the championship, and that's his ultimate goal. He didn't want second place anytime.
I want to thank Rookie. You know, I'm real happy. Guy worked so hard, and last night I was watching one of the great outdoors, and he actually gave me a lot of motivation. You know, how much effort he actually puts into it, and you know, I just want to put the same back.
Giving a shout out to his mechanic and all you fans here at Southwood.
Takes up your whole life. I can't imagine not doing this. That's about it. Like, it's just, I live for this shit. I love it.
Hi, my name's Hoodie. Me and all my friends like to come to various countryside places and play in the mud for all weekends.
In motocross you have, when you're a mechanic and a rider, you build up a relationship. It's almost like having a girlfriend. I mean, I see Ryan every single day. At least we have a laugh and a joke, and we get on real well. We are really, really good friends.
So he's 7. Go on, bitch.
I mean, he's been racing, what, 15 years professionally? You can go from class to class, you know. Again, it is Rhino. Like many times, in 03, he was coming out of retirement and he's like, well, I'm not sure if I can do this. And I'm like, dude, you're Ryan Hughes.
Go on, you all top.
It's constant training, constant riding. The level that you have to race with those guys is so high. Train hard, you're gonna race hard. There's no other way of looking at it. I always go riding with Ryan because I figure that's my job. I don't know, maybe that's a European mentality, but we just do. I mean, you're out there and you're just motivating him. It is probably a tough thing to be a top rider. You know, when you're doing good, your phone's ringing off the hook, but when you're not, nobody wants to know you, and that must be hard. You know what I mean? It's all right for us mechanics. Nobody wants to know us anyway, so it's okay.
You never know. I mean, you just get done winning a season, you're only as good as your last race.
You like James Stewart?
I'd been working at Honda for 11 years, and I mean, they were like family, you know. It took me months to make a decision. What do? You know, do you leave a job you enjoy doing, the people you work with, you enjoy working with them? Where do you go with a rider? And hopefully he's still got it in him to switch teams, switch bikes, and carry on, you know, his winning ways.
Ricky Carmichael!
He says, they can all go fast, but I can't go as fast as long as I can go.
Imagine that.
I'm glad I made the move. I'd hate to be on the other side of the fence watching all this right now, you know, and going, darn, if I only would have went, you know, and I'm wondering if those guys are thinking that too. Why do we let him go?
Smooth. Yeah, smooth. I don't know if I could have beat Everett. He's from Belgium, right?
The crowd.
Good job, dude.
Good job, guys. Good job to everybody. You guys worked hard.
My feeling was, you know, if I'm going to do this job, I want to be with a winning guy. And I'm sure he can do it for another few years, so I don't think anybody can down him after this season.
At home, his tank's not as big as what he's got on his race bike. So he does 40-minute motos. Well, at 38 minutes, he runs out and he gets pissed when he can't finish his moto. Most guys at 38 minutes will be going, yeah, and I'm glad it's over, you know?
Yeah, I did a whole
Not
tank.
him. He's pissed. He doesn't even want his dad to push his bike back. I'm pushing my bike back all in the shop. I can't believe I can't even ride 40 minutes, you know? He's pissed off, and he's pushing it through the sand and everything. Got to get back, you know?
Well, when you're injured and you got a company that is willing to make all these changes and show interest, that's awesome, especially when you're down and out and you need somebody in the worst way. That team is a great team.
Yeah, I mean, this is the third year of being in the 250 class, and you know, from the get-go, I really believed and thought I could win, and it never happened. And that'd been tough on me, because throughout my racing career and, you know, life, it seemed like everything I really put my head down and wanted, I always got it. I think in the past there's always been a lot of mistakes made, but never has anyone been able to capitalize on it. I think, you know, Southwick this year, I was able to capitalize on it, and that's almost a really good feeling, but it's almost a kind of disappointing feeling that you have to rely on, you know, capitalize on a mistake on his behalf. So.
Of course I'm happy. I've always been happy. There's nothing to be sad about. I mean, yeah, I don't like losing sometimes, but still happy. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be able to ride a motorcycle. Some people don't get a chance to do that. Some people never really found their hobby or the things they're good at. So no matter what, I'm always going to be happy because I'm a happy person.
There's the will to win, you know. I mean, I think that that's probably in every racer, you know, the will to win, and then just the pure love for the sport. You know, at the end of the day, I love what I do, and it's just been an incredible ride.
You know, this year it's really tough. You know, Ricky is riding really well. Chad, Kevin, and also James. You know, he hasn't had a lot of luck, but he's riding really fast too.
Who's going to grab the hook? RC, Ricky Carmichael does have the hook.
Try my best to catch up. Only got 9th, but it's okay. It was fun to come back and pass people and stuff. It's tough to race against. Those guys are already legends, and then, you know, stop racing yet. You know, so while racing with living legends.
There's always somebody new to race, it seems like. You know, this year we had Bubba. Those guys are good. You know, the Bubba and Chad and even Kevin, they are great riders. It's hard to beat those guys sometimes.
It's been good. Like although I say like I had a bad year, like I still had fun. You know, I still enjoy like Bud's Creek when I went 2-3. Like I enjoy it because like I battled. Like that's the first time I really like battled with somebody for a whole race. I had fun, and you know, it was a lot of the races. You know, the fans, most of them, the fans were awesome. You know, it was maybe, you know, a couple of them that they was kind of bummed on me, but like nothing like really bad. So I mean, all I can say, you know, this year didn't work out the way I planned, but I still like have fun, and people tend to forget, like I'm still 19, like I'm young. Definitely normal, you know, when, you know, for top athletes to go through a little phase in their career that, you know, maybe doesn't live up to the expectations of, you know, most people. To me, like, that's how it was, you know, it was just like, hey, can I have your autograph? To, hey, like, why are you still here? That's what makes me stronger, that's what makes me want to win. Even worse now, if I can go back and say, you know what, I'm still here. You'll never forget about me.
Hi, I'm Brock Hepler, and we're in Kittanning, Pennsylvania, and this is the house I grew up in. Been living here my whole life, and everything's good. I'm back home here during the Nationals, and it's all fun once I get here. All my buddies are still around here from school, so it's good to hang out when I have some free time. I don't know, I think everyone loves where you grow up more than anything, so you know, this is where I want to be, and I have all my family here, and this is where I love. All right, we're gonna go check out the garage now.
Practice bike or a race bike right here?
Just a practice bike. Actually, it's pretty good yet. I got my first ride on it yesterday. My dad does everything here. He works on everything here. He was my mechanic up until I got a factory mechanic, so he knows how to keep it together. Got Dad's tunes on. He likes the old, I don't know, what is it, 80s or something, 90s?
Way before you were born, huh?
Yeah, I don't even know the names. This is the garage. I don't know if you ever remember, but there was a famous ad in my old clothing company. We had a good ad in this garage, and you know, me and my dad would spend hours working down here whenever I was an amateur getting bikes ready. And you know, this is the only place we had to work, and it's still our workshop today, so it has lots of memories, and I guess it's big enough to get the job done. This is just one of my old practice bikes from last year. course, Dad, he has his bike. He took it, that's my 250 two-stroke bike I won Loretta Zone in 2003. But now he has the Bark Busters on and everything for woods riding around here. Good trails. Of course, I got the pit bike. You got to have a pit bike. You know, I never knew I was going to make it professionally probably till, I don't know, about 2 years ago. My family always took racing as just a fun and something to do. But I think the main reason why my dad spent so much time with me in the garage and with bikes is just to learn how to work and be responsible. If I wasn't at school or out riding, we were working down in the garage. I mean, I'd spend hours down here just putting graphics on my bikes before a big amateur national race. And, you know, this is probably, I spent more time down in the garage than I did with my friends, I know that. You know, it has a lot of good memories though, and right now it's good enough for us. These were the two posters. One was in Spain when I did the Mini Des Nations, and one was Austria. And you know, I went over and did that for the AMA and Suzuki. And I was the first American to ever win the 80cc World Cup, so that was kind of cool. And we just took a couple posters and framed them, so I always had them. My trophy from Binghamton last year.
Is that a second place?
Yeah, second. No overalls yet. Right here's where all my amateur #1 plates are, and most of my trophies last year, but most of them were second places from last year. But yeah, this is the newest one, Hangtown. It's third place, but I guess it's all right for now because I did get my first moto win at Hangtown, so I think that one's gonna mean something, even though it's a third place overall. You know, it made me feel good, but you know, it's not as good in the first moto because then you're still worrying about the second moto. But I think I have the speed and I know I have the endurance, so there's going to be no problems for more wins to come. There was just some deep ruts. Well, there's deep ruts everywhere around that track, and I was just charging a little too hard. I passed those guys the first lap, so I was trying to get away, and you know, I made a mistake, and it cost me the overall that weekend. That was in 2002 when I won the U.S. Open in that 125 support class. You know, they do 4 motos. They were doing 4 motos for us. Right. And I won all 4 motos, and that's the trophy for it. I think that's where a lot of the factories noticed me because, you know, not too many amateur guys can ride Supercross too well. And then I went there and won all 4 motos. So I think that was a good place to stand out and let everyone know who I was. Carl Stone gives me all the photos for my house. He takes some good pictures and gives them all to me. That's why I have a lot of riding photos. Carl Stone gives them all to me. This is my room. Just has most of the big trophies now. Championships that mean something to me, and the rest of them we keep in the attic. It's probably going to cave in one of these days. So once I get my own house, my dad said they're all going to my place. So I don't know what I'm going to do with all of them then.
Whether you like it or not, they're going to your house. Huh?
Got to check out this this buck. It was my first ever buck about 2 years ago. It's a 18.5 inch spread. It's real big for our area. And you know, I didn't know if I wanted to get it mounted, but my dad's like, I've never got that one that big, so you better get it mounted. And of course I haven't even got a deer since that one. That's been my last one so far. But I like to go hunting when I'm home in the fall.
Did you have to clean yourself and everything?
Yeah, well, my dad helped me. I was still pretty young 2 years ago. I don't know that much about gutting animals. But why it's hanging in my room is because my mom and my sister won't let me hang it out in the living room. So, you know, I got to go to bed with it.
How come you got this Wyndham jersey?
Actually, well, he didn't actually give it to me. I won it. I think I was still in 60s. There was a race, and they were just doing raffles and stuff, and you know, I won his jersey, and it's been hanging up ever since. And all my bibs, that's just from Loretta Lynn's, and you know, it's cool just to remember all those races. And actually, this one over here, it's kind of hard to see, but there's an autograph right there. That was in 1997, the first year I won Loretta Lynn's on the 60 class, and Jeff Emig signed it.
Yeah.
Also, old school Jeff Emig poster. I don't know how long I've had that thing, but it's super old, and I've never taken it down. So I was always an Emig fan growing up.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think with McGrath winning everything whenever I was littler, you know, you always want to see somebody take the top guy down, and he was kind of the underdog most of the time, so that's why I always cheered for him. This picture was in, let's see what year it was, 96, at the Mini Olympics in Florida. It was, I was probably gonna do good at Loretta's that year in '96, but I think I broke my wrist. First time I got hurt on a bike was in '96, and I was really doing good that year. So my mom and dad said, since you missed Loretta's, we'll get on the mini Olympics in Florida. So we went down, and I pretty much cleaned everything up there in the 60 class. So that was also one of my big races in the amateur class to get going. I don't know how many years I've had that. My mom got me that border. Actually, it probably wasn't that long ago. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago, but before that I had dinosaur border. But I kind of like dirt bikes better now. This is, it was my first national in '03. It was Millville, Minnesota. And Racer X, they followed me around for the whole weekend. So they did a big article in Racer X, and my mom got it framed for me in Christmas in end of '03, so it's kind of cool just to remember the first national. And you know, I was riding my amateur bike, so it was pretty cool race that I did that well on my own bike against all the factories. All these toys, they're well, behind the big one. You had to build that one. They kind of fell over, but of course, I got all the Antonez, Emig, RC, and Larocco, all those toy bikes. I don't know if they quit making them or what, but you know, I wish I had one. I don't have one. Oh, the Steelers are the bomb. You know, last year I wore this helmet twice, Steel City and High Point, since their local races. And you know, I've always been a Steeler fan all my life, so you know, I thought it would be pretty cool, and everyone in this area is a Steeler fan, so I think I got a little extra crowd cheering for me last year. And you know, a couple of these number plates, they're just from last year, still the dirt on them. My mechanic gave them to me. You know, it's pretty cool. He gives me some of the number plates that mean something. And see, he usually writes a little message on the back too, so you know, I always know what each one is and why he gave it to me.
Can you read what it says?
Yeah, this one says, "To Brock, congrats on a great rookie season. Second indoors and second outdoors. It was a great season for both of us, Lee McCollum." And this one was at 2004 Glen Helen. So even though it was a bad day, wrecking and hurt my shoulder, I still got something good out of it. TV, I don't know, I watch a little bit of everything. Yeah. During the day when nothing's on though, whenever I'm in between riding my bicycle and riding my motorcycle when there's nothing on TV, I still watch Full House and Step by Step. So I always tune in that during the day. That's my main thing I watch during the day. Nothing else on, so I still watch Full House. I don't even know why I watch them though. I've seen them all before, but I still watch them. Well, at night I do watch. I watch CSI. That's my main show. I like the original one though. I don't watch any of the other Miami ones or just the Vegas one. It's kind of cool. You know, I've been to Vegas quite a few times already, and you know I know all the hotels, and it's good to know where they're at and what they're talking about. Yeah, and of course I got all the PlayStation games. 18-year-old has to have all the PlayStation games, and got not too many DVDs, but enough to keep me going on the plane rides. I only watch the DVDs when I'm on the plane because I don't want them to get wore out when I need to pass the time. All the Hulk Hogan, I've had that thing since preschool. He's a little dirty, but you know, a little rip there. Guess he got a body slam too many times. You know, I'd go to school from 7:30 to 3 o'clock, and I'd try to get my riding in the evenings when my dad and mom got home from work. So I mean, they've always worked too, and you know, I didn't get as much riding time as everyone else. You know, especially in Pennsylvania, it snows in the winter, and no riding in the winter for me because I had to go to school. And I'm just like anybody else up until 10th grade, but I took the GED test after 10th grade because, you know, I had my factory contract and I knew I couldn't mess that up. You know, I needed to put everything I have into racing at the moment. So, you know, that's what I did, and so far everything's working out.